So last year, the Recording Industry Association of America settled with file-sharing program LimeWire for $105 million.
There's a cultural gap that the music industry says it's stealing, but internet users feel this is a kindergarten ethic of sharing with friends.
There's no such thing as a free lunch or a free song. Every time something is free, somebody loses a job.
There are 26,000 lawsuits that have been filed so far.
A college student who admitted downloading and sharing music with his friends just got hit with a staggering verdict of $675,000.
I don't have that. I was ready to declare bankruptcy.
I mean, the only people making money here are the lawyers. The RIA is losing customers.
And the industry's just resisting, whereas the market and consumers have already gone on to this new platform.
LimeWire. LimeWire. LimeWire.
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
All of these offenders are accessing child pornography on LimeWire.
It's really convenient. Anybody can download it. It's free and it's immediate.
Investigators here say they have more than a dozen other investigations underway involving LimeWire and child pornography, and they expect that number to grow.
In the year 2000, LimeWire creator Mark Gorton released a program that would pick up the mantle of Napster, a file-sharing program dedicated to music that was released in 1999. You might still hear about it from time to time because it was bought out by Best Buy and merged with Rhapsody. But in 1999, this program was one of the most successful illegal MP3 downloading applications in existence. College dorms reported that over 61% of their external networking traffic was from MP3 transfers. Yeah. Napster was pretty badass, but was also short-lived because of the legal lawsuits it was facing, which eventually shut it down in 2001. But this was the infant stage of online pirating. There was absolutely nothing stopping it. The online community saw that you could have music from any genre and any artist at their fingertips for free. No longer did we have to go to FYE or our local record store in order to buy a CD with 14 songs on it for $12.99. No. We could get thousands, millions of songs for free by just clicking a button. And that void needed to be filled, so in the year 2000, LimeWire was launched, further pushing the envelope of online pirating. But the big difference between the two giants was that LimeWire had everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. It wasn't just music, we're talking movies, videos, software, games, you name it, LimeWire had it all.
My fellow Americans.
Think of it kind of as the uTorrent of the 2000s, except you didn't need external websites like Pirate Bay or Kick-Ass Torrents to get the files you wanted. It was all centralized into one singular program. Shit, you could even download the pro version of LimeWire, LimeWire Pro, off of LimeWire.
I would leave my computer on 24 hours, 7 days a week, searching on LimeWire for Chatterbox.
Awesome.
And one morning I woke up and had an hour-long track that it finally got uploaded. We got it, and we were so blown away to have it.
With over 50 million users downloading their favorite albums on a daily basis, ripping them onto a CD, or transferring them over to their newly received iPod. I mean, the thing could hold up to 40,000 songs, and you weren't about to buy 40,000 tracks of music. Where our parents had to go to Capitol Records in order to get their hands on their first NWA album, we simply had to just type it into a program and watch the thousands of results that were just a click away. There were other peer-to-peer programs out there like Kazaa, BearShare, and Morpheus, but LimeWire was the end-all be-all of the programs. According to the NPD group, at a point, LimeWire was responsible for 80% of the illegally downloaded music in the United States. Only about 13 or 14 years old, I dived into the program and picked up so much pirated content that I laughed when I saw the advertisement. Yeah, right. If I could, I would 100% download a fucking car. And where Napster shut down in the span of 2 years, LimeWire went on until 2010. Can you imagine how much content was pirated during that time? In the span of its existence, LimeWire was downloaded 200 million times. Hell, the first time I watched Star Wars was because I was able to download the trilogy off of LimeWire, and the download speeds were slow. Movies were more of a hassle. You'd have to wait about a day or two for the download to be finished, and you didn't even know if it was the correct file or not. But music, that was easy. You could spend about 30 minutes downloading 100 tracks of music since the file sizes were so small thanks to how compact an MP3 file is. And everyone I knew at the time used LimeWire. We all knew it was bad and that we weren't supposed to do it, but it was liberating to be able to search through millions of musical content and really define who you were as a person. Plus, if I had to decide between buying a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or buying a CD, You're goddamn right, I'm heading straight to 7-Eleven and unpacking that childhood gambling scheme. These were the days where you could look at someone's iPod and if a track said something like new 2000 Kanye My Chemical Romance.mp3, you knew that they were using LimeWire. Hell, in 2005, LimeWire had as many users as iTunes did at 1.7 million. All of them illegally downloading music, which resulted in the music industry losing billions of dollars. But sometimes you got tricked. Without a good previewing system, you didn't know if the audio track you were downloading was College Dropout or Dookie. The only thing you had to go by were the titles of the tracks, and people could bait you into downloading some fucked up shit.
This how I got poppin'. They had an app called LimeWire. I upload Crank That to LimeWire, and I title it 50 Cent in the Club. Britney Spears, wooty wooty woo. They hit download, they hit play, it go, you don't. So they're like, what the fuck is this about? You know what I'm saying? About probably like a minute in, they're like, damn, this shit hard.
I don't think that there's a more suitable way to sum up the days of LimeWire than by listening to an audio track that plagued people throughout the entire program. And it's this little piece of advertising audio right here.
My fellow Americans, I would once again like to say that I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did, however, go to ifreeclub.com where they offer hundreds of free products.
This was the original Rick Roll. It taught us to keep vigilant and make sure that the file size of what we were downloading were correct, so that when we saw something that was too good to be true, it probably wasn't. Most importantly, it helped us understand that we shouldn't just download anything and everything, because it wasn't just music and movies on the client. There was a lot of porn.
Fuck, it's my big dick, so everybody get ready fucking now!
You think tube sites like Pornhub and YouPorn are a problem to the adult industry? Yeah, at least with those websites, companies actually give them clips for advertising small portions of their content. But this was just straight up uploading the full content, and it was easy to find. Mr. Chu's Asian Beaver featuring Tia Tanaka. That was my go-to. Good times, LimeWire, high five. And of course, with porn comes some fucked up shit.
All of these offenders are accessing child pornography on LimeWire.
Investigators here say they have more than a dozen other investigations underway involving LimeWire and child pornography, and they expect that number to grow.
It's really convenient. Anybody can download it. It's free and it's immediate. It's always the same situation. Undercover officers give us a call and say, you have someone in your jurisdiction who's distributing child porn. Here's their information.
A 50-year prison sentence today for a man convicted of raping his daughter and recording the attacks for the internet.
Child pornography ran rampant on the client, and people would fuck things up by naming it something like Paris Hilton sex tape, but when you open it up, bada bing bada boom, you're now in possession of child pornography. This happened so much that the GAO conducted a study and found that by just using 12 keywords associated with child pornography, the search on LimeWire came back with over 1,200 results, with 543 of them containing child pornography. Reducing that to 3 keywords, they received 349 images with 149 containing child porn. Even when they did a safer search, just using common keywords not associated with adult content like cartoon characters and celebrities, 7% of it turned out to be child erotica and 1% of it turned out to be child pornography. That means that people were accidentally downloading child pornography by searching up different stuff.
2 years ago, Matt surfed for porn, downloading dozens of files, discovering some contained images of children.
It didn't appeal to me. You know, I was looking for, women my age, so I just wanted to download College Girls Gone Wild and accidentally downloaded underage pornography.
I don't know if I trust that, but if it's true, that fucking sucks. Although LimeWire was a haven for downloading whatever your heart yearned for, it wasn't all sunshine and daisies, because as we all know, with great power comes great viruses and malware. LimeWire was riddled with simple viruses that could bog down your computer all the way up to spyware that would keylog your system and steal your credit card information. It was even reported that out of 123 randomly downloaded files, 37 of them contained malware. That's 30%. If you were downloading content from the program, chances are you probably had a handful of viruses on your computer. But you didn't care. Nobody cared. It was a small price to pay for the infinite amount of music at your disposal. And then it all came crashing down.
appears that as of yesterday, the peer-to-peer file sharing software called LimeWire is dead. Now, we won't know how much LimeWire is going to have to pay until January, but for users, yesterday marked the day that the website officially was forced to shutter its file sharing services.
In 2007, a man by the name of Gregory Kopoloff was sentenced to 51 months in jail for committing identity theft with the help of LimeWire. He was able to find an exploit in the application by preying on people who didn't know what settings to turn on or off, because before LimeWire version 5.0, you could unwillingly allow the access to all of the files and documents on your computer. So this paved the way for Kopoloff to simply do a search on his victims' computers for financial aid documents, federal tax returns, and credit card reports. By the end of the trial, it was revealed that he had purchased up to $125,000 of products from 83 different identities. Other peer-to-peer programs were being shut down left and right. Morpheus, not this Morpheus, was taken down in 2008 after their legal battle with MGM over copyright infringement from offering illegally downloaded music. Companies even went after the people uploading the music and suing them for copyright.
A college student who admitted downloading and sharing music with his friends just got hit with a staggering verdict of $675,000.
$500 should be more than is reasonable, and it was what I could put together at the time. I think at the time they wanted $3,000. I offered them $5,250, and they came back demanding double that. I don't have that. I was ready to declare bankruptcy.
The music industry was pissed and someone needed to hang for it, because ever since the creation of Napster, music companies have been reeling from the disaster of free music. Even when Napster went down, the profit for albums kept plummeting, with the only program helping them being the iTunes Shop, which was released in 2003. That's 3 years after the birth of LimeWire. Couple this with the creation of the iPod, it changed the entire music industry as a whole, and nobody knew what the fuck to do. Artists were making albums, but no one was buying them. I mean, why would they when they could just get them for free? So companies did what companies do at a time of crisis. They sued.
I mean, the difference between 200 grand and $2 million, I'm sure she can't afford either of those. I'm sure either of those is a bankrupting judgment. So the number is symbolic because it's not going to be paid. The RIAA aren't going to get that much money, and the artists aren't getting money. I mean, the only people making money here are the lawyers.
In 2005, MGM sued the company Grokster, who created Morpheus, and it shook the peer-to-peer community. Obviously, MGM won, and with it, Grokster had to pay out $50 million in damages. Bearshare faced the same odds against the music industry before settling for $30 million. And as a reference, Napster settled for only $26 million in 2001. LimeWire, however, when they were sued, settled out of court for $105 million to 13 different record labels. And just so you know, the Recording Industry Association of America initially wanted $72 trillion fucking dollars from the company. I can't even fathom that amount. And just like that, in 2010, LimeWire was shut down for good.
All the young people I know download off the internet all their music, all their movies, all their TVs, and the choice is incredible. I mean, anytime you go online and look what's available, it's literally every movie, every TV show, every song ever created. That type of cultural, communicopia, it's too great to turn down.
During the time of LimeWire, millions of files were being illegally downloaded on a daily basis, and with it came the evolution of the entertainment industry as we know it. It proved to companies that people wanted things now, not later, not after they go to the store, now. In fact, I'm pretty sure that my iPod still has music downloaded from LimeWire still on it. It was a phenomenon that opened the door to what technology could be in the future. And now, we have instant movies and music right at our fingertips. Netflix, iTunes, Amazon, Hulu, Spotify. All of these programs, although not free, give us what we wanted from the entertainment industry in the first place. Instant gratification and the ability to have anything we want whenever we want it. You might not have heard of LimeWire, but you sure as hell better remember it.